G'day, how you going? It's Downunder Gamer here, and welcome to Super Mario Maker. We're gonna have a brief little look-see at the game. I have already done a couple of levels. I'll probably show you, I guess I'll show you them at some point. I'm probably not gonna do too much with the create, mainly because it takes quite a while. So, oh, apparently we got some new things. Underwater set. Cool, so we now have underwater. Notifications. Okay, so a couple people have played my courses, that's cool. Let's have a look. I think what I'll do is I'll show you my courses to start off with. That's a weird thumbnail. I kind of wish you could... I wonder if there's a way you can change like the thumbnail for your level. Because that's not exactly the picture I would like for it. Made 2 courses so far. So you got the 100 Mario Challenge where you get 100 lives and you have to try and complete other people's courses without losing all those lives. Courses, you know, you just find whatever, and if there are specific like people that you follow, you can then just like keep up to date with their courses. But for now, let's go check out the create. I think what I'll do is maybe for like half the episode, I'll just hang around in the create section. And then we will check out just some other people's courses and some of my own. Sample course has been added. So at the moment I have only Super Mario Bros. U and the original Super Mario Bros. And we have a couple of different things like... So you gradually unlock the tools by playing the game. I think that there is a way you can somehow speed it up. I'm fine though with just having to do it this way, because I think the good thing about unlocking more things is that you sort of you learn the basics, I guess, and then as you get better at it, they give you more tools which you then have to learn, and eventually you can make some pretty neat things. So what do we have here? What's this? Okay, so we got some sort of like I think this is maybe something that I see. So this is like a background sort of stuff. So if I put up another one, so you can have like so this way you can, if I just quickly go here, so you can have platforms but with the background. Because before now, the only way I could do platforms is to have it like how this brick is. Like but now we can have it so it's actually got a background. So that's something new. For the sake of this, I guess we'll just use this one that's already been made, and we'll just sort of like customize it a little bit. So you've got multiple things. You can also rearrange these. So if you've got like certain items that you use quite often, you can like rearrange them so that way you don't have to keep switching between the bars. So that's always something good. So I haven't tried underwater yet. So we've got 3 at the moment. So we've got underwater here, we got underground, and we have just normal, just ground. Looks like Super Mario Bros. U probably will be the same. Yep, so it's got the 3 things. Except for with Super Mario Bros. U, you can't get these special amiibo like suits. See, if I, for example, if I grab this item box here and get one of these special mushrooms, I can then select any of these amiibo suits and they don't. It's mainly just for aesthetics. It's pretty much like gain like a super mushroom. So you can get like all these different characters. I've already got all these ones because of my amiibos that I've already gotten. So you can have like get like Luigi. So you just drag him in. So the way it works is you can drag things and place them in blocks. So I just drag them in there. So if I hit this, yeah. So you get to be Luigi. I think for Luigi the controls are actually a little bit different because based on in the Mario games, Luigi was always like he would be able to jump higher, but he would sort of slide more. Yeah, so you got that, but then you can also how do I get the thing out? There we go. Just get out of here, Luigi. We don't need you. So what I did for a couple of I put Sonic in. So what happens if you do that is get Sonic, and then if you run, you can end up doing like a little spin dash, which is pretty cool. What's also cool is like if you die from a pitfall, it does the whole Sonic music and stuff, which is pretty cool. So you can do that with other people as well, and it'll have like things like that. There you go. You have like Sonic's like finishing music. I actually pretty much always. It's funny with this game, like it's one of the rare games where I pretty much just use the gamepad. Like I don't even really look at the TV because I'm always having to focus on like the screen. So we'll just get rid of those. You can also just delete it with the eraser. And then if you want, you can just reset by shooting this rocket here. And the dog lets you undo things. Right, anyway, I'm just going to probably modify this level. We won't really try and be too fancy, because this is just a basic demonstration, really. Well, for starters, we don't have any enemies on this, so let's go add some. So you can combine things. Some pretty common ones is like getting a Koopa and getting some wings, which means he'll now jump around. You can also do that with piranha plants and warp pipes. Warp pipes are good if you want to have like a constant flow of enemies that don't disappear. One thing I've done with one of my levels is I've put in some brick blocks, and if you use like a Koopa, you can like destroy the blocks by. You might also notice I'll show you a demonstration of it up here somewhere. In items, it does like a little music, so listen, if you hear it's like. Yes, that's pretty cool. It does music for like the blocks. Right. So what I'm gonna do is to make sure they can actually do this this level. Whoops. So let's switch it that way. Have it there. We can shove this guy in here. So that way it will keep spawning Koopas. That way, even if they kill the Koopa, they can get another one to use it. To use the shell. So that's just some ideas. At the moment, there's nothing in. I don't really think there's anything in here. So we can put something in there. Let's go put. So you can just put like a normal mushroom in there. It also lets you know if you've got something in there. You can also put it in the normal brick item. So if I get a Goompa, I can shove it into the brick. So if you hit that block, a Goomba will come out. So this is all just really basic stuff. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Let's try some of the new things, I guess. So let's shove a fire flower in there. Actually, I think I'll shove one into here instead. So that way... Yeah, okay, so that's in there now. Over here, let's try out a bullet bill. Little bullet bill launcher. So, what you can do is, if you shake them, it can transform them into like different things. So, for example, let me just get rid of that. So if I grab this Koopa, and if I shake him, well, first it gets rid of the adding, like, I put wings on, so it got rid of the wings. But if I shake it again, it becomes a red Koopa. It becomes a paratrooper. So there are differences between like the red and the green ones, so you have to like experiment to figure out combinations and stuff. You can also like stack enemies so they can be like on top of each other like towers. For now, we'll just have it like that. Maybe we could also have like some Goombas coming out from the top there. You might also notice there's these lines right here. So where I have Mario, you can see there's like dark lines. Basically, that is like where the camera will be. So if you are in this part of the map, you can't see anything that's up here. So let me just get rid of him. So anything that's up here, you won't be able to see until you actually end up here. So, for example, let me just play it. So if I go down here, you'll notice that I can't see anything above because that's where the camera is. Whereas if I go up here, yeah, so basically where the camera will start to go up. So if you're below this dark line, you so that's something to keep in mind when you're placing like enemies and stuff. Because if you you could be really dirty and you could put like get like a Lakuta and you could put him right here, and the player would not be able to see that Lakuta at all. Actually, I'm pretty sure that the Lakuta actually wouldn't do anything though, because he's outside the thing. It's only... Okay, so it looks like the Lakuta actually can. I've also noticed that there's a bit of a range for like the enemies and stuff. So if you place something like too far up here, it's not going to actually do anything. It seems like the enemies and stuff, they only like interact with the player when they get into like within a range. So if I was over here at the beginning, this warp pipe wouldn't be shooting at any enemies. It's only when you start to like get within the like camera range that the enemy will start to spawn. So you got like things to think about when you're doing that. So also, you notice this little yellow dot here, that's like the starting area, and you can like change the height for it. As far as I can tell, Mario will always start on top of this yellow dot, so he'll start here. So you got to figure out like where you want to place things. As far as I know, you can only move it up and down. However, with the goal, you can move this like left and right, and like make your, if you want to make your stage longer or shorter. So I'll just get rid of those. As far as I know, like I think there's probably like a limit to how much you can build, but I haven't really tested that out too much. Like I assume if you use too much stuff, it'll probably be like that's your limit. You can't use any more. Usually I try to make levels that are probably about that long, about half, like, because they can be extremely long, but I usually have them somewhere around halfway. For now, I'll just leave that as it is. Okay, so let's just fill in the gap there. Alright. Yeah, so that gives you the... can't remember, which one's the red one? Is it called a Banzai Bill or something? I don't know. So you got... So here you've got the red one, but This one will just give you a bullet bill, so we'll go with that. So if I'm correct, if I play this, yep, so can use him as like a little step. Actually, it doesn't matter. It looks like you can make it anyway. Well, this course isn't really something I'm going to really like save or anything. This is just a little muck around to show you some of the tools. But yeah, oh yeah, some more important tools that I should probably show you is, say for example, let's say you have a Goomba, or actually, let's say we have, okay, Castle will be coming soon, that's cool. Let's say that we have a flying paratrooper. Now let's say you want to have like a whole bunch of them. The easiest way you can do this is by holding one of the triggers down, which brings you into copy mode. You can just hold down, select your guy, drag it out, and then you can just keep doing that over and over again. Of course, once you've gotten multiple ones... Oh, okay, never mind, you can't. So, if you want to... Let's say we wanted to move all these guys elsewhere. So you hold down the bumpers, or like you just hold down one of the bumpers, and you can bring up like a little selection box. And with that, we can now move all of them around. It's very useful if you're trying to move things around quite a bit. Actually, this also lets you select them. So now, if I go to copy mode, boom, just like that, you have a whole bunch more. I'm not sure if there's a quick way to like erase things. You can just sort of just move it around, I guess. So you can also stack enemies, so you can be like, boop. Yeah, so you can do things like that, and then you can also like put wings on like one of them. Then you also got like the normal piranha plants, but then you could also put like wings on them, so then they'll fly. Like, well, they won't really fly, they'll just sort of like jump. I'm not sure if you can put springs on top. Nah, okay, so springs are sort of different. Warp, and also with warp pipes, you can have like piranha plants come out, or you could like have like a spring. So that means it'll like spawn the. If there's like an item, for example, that you want them to be able to get in order to progress, you could go through here, and you could be like, okay, I want you to have a star. So there we go. Let me just test it out. Yeah, so there you go. It shoots out a star. So let's say. So maybe there was like, whoops, there you go. Yep, so that's creating mode. I think we've gone on long enough with the creating. It's probably not the best detail. I'll just show you the Koopa thing that I was talking about. That'll be like the last thing I'll show you. Whoops. Okay, first thing I'll do is I'll grab my mushroom. Oh, that's right, it's a fire flower. Okay, so we'll do that. So let's wait for this guy to come around. So if I do this... Ah, actually, never mind. I realize there's a flaw in the plan. So what you gotta make sure is that... Right, so we have that there. So the point of that is that when the shell starts bouncing... So this way, as you can see, it slowly destroys the wall. Oh, I found a flaw in my plan. Don't worry, I'll just make myself... Boop, there we go. So as you can see, there's our... Let's try and go up there if we can. Anyway, so that's creative mode. That's the create side of it. If you want to actually upload your levels, though, you have to actually save them, and then you have to actually be able to play them and finish them. So that way you can't have any impossible levels. So every level can actually be finished. It's just some levels might be like really difficult. Of course, some levels are probably going to be difficult, not because they're necessarily hard, but because they've been poorly made. Which is why I always try to play my levels quite a lot to try and try and iron out any like bugs that happen. So I'm not going to bother saving this level because it's not really an actual level that I'm trying to make. What I'll do is I'll go to core spot and I'll show you the couple of levels that I have built. So being a Sonic fan, I was like, okay, let's make some levels where you get to be the Sonic like amiibo costume thing. I was actually tempted to try and remake the Sonic levels, but then I realized it wasn't really going to work particularly well because, well, like the games are just a bit different because Sonic is more fast-paced and less blocky. Like in Sonic, you could have like diagonal ramps, whereas in this game, everything's sort of like squares, so you can't really... as far as I know, there's no diagonals. Maybe there is, I'm still pretty new to the game, so maybe there's stuff that I haven't figured out yet. So let's go try it out, shall we? So this is the first course I made. So as you can see... So I did the piranha plants were supposed to be like the fish. So then we have like a little section here where we can do like a little bounce off them. Then you got yourself a little Goomba here. This part's the difficult part where you have to sort of... Ah, shit. Yeah, so there we go. So now what you got to do is you have to stop the shell. There you go, like that. Now the key I had here was is that these two bottom ones have piranha plants in them. So this part is the fairly difficult part. You sort of have to time it. Boom! And there you go. That's my first level. As you can see, not too difficult, and you know, nothing game-breaking. Like everyone should be able to like clear the course without too much problems. So that's the first course, so we'll go back out of that. Whoop. And I'll show you my second one. So this one, I recently got the platform, like the moving platforms. So I decided to give them a go. You might also notice there's like a little Lakuta flying above. The reason why I put them up so high is because I found that people could sort of, they could pretty much break the level by hopping onto the cloud and just flying everywhere. So I tried to make it that they couldn't really do that, and boom. So this is like a little secret area up here I made, so people could like jump up here if they want. Then you got this little down here so you can get across. Then I realized that you could have flying platforms. So then you go up here. There are two ways you can go here. Ow. Whoops. That was interesting. What was with that sound effect? Sorry. Yeah, anyway, so there are two ways you could go at the end. The other way was not really... It was just sort of like a little bonus thing. It doesn't really actually matter too much. Ow. So I died then really quickly, but the other time I sort of... That was weird. The other one, it had like a weird pitfall noise. It was just like... Like, I don't know what was up with that. That was weird. So yeah, you can go up there. I find it's easier just to... Like, if you don't actually need to go up there. It's just like a little extra thing if you want. Ah, the bastard. Actually, if you go up, you can actually... And then here, you can sort of just run across, like... I tried to do, like, the little... Like, the special stage ring that happens at the end of the Sonic level. And now, obviously, it's a bit hard to do a circle when you only have squares, so that was the best I could manage. Anyway, so those are my 2 levels. I'll definitely try and make more in the future. Now, how about we go take a look at some other people's levels. So what I'm thinking is I might actually make a series of this, where people can like submit their own levels and like over in like maybe in the comments, and I'll check them out. So let's have a look at courses. We'll look for ones that have really good star ranking, maybe. Yeah, I don't like the... Like, it's impressive that people do the whole, like, don't press anything and you finish the game kind of stuff. But... What? Sorry, I got distracted by that little message at the bottom of the screen. It's like, sometimes in life, you don't know what to do, just like with map making. I'm like, okay. Nintendo with this philosophical side of things. Right. Give it a go. Yeah, like, I don't really like the ones where you don't have to do anything, where it's just automatic. Because I want to actually try and do something. Oh, what? What was that? You could have Mario Kart? How do you get that? Wait, let's get this. Wow, how did you do that? That's interesting. How do you get the Mario Kart? Can we just go across? Yeah, we can. That's interesting, man. I've never seen that. Oh, it has the gliding and everything. Oh no, that person used a pun. This is interesting. Wow. I wonder how he got the Mario Kart thing. Because as far as I know, there's no like Mario Kart amiibo, is there? He made it kill himself at the end. That's cool. That's a cool one. Let's give it a star. So anyway, what I'll probably do if I make this a series is I'll look at like user-made maps, like any viewers. I'll check out any maps that you want to submit, and I might also like try out the 100 Mario. I haven't really done that yet. I tried it once with the easy mode, but easy mode is just like it's not worth doing because it's a lot of the maps that it gives you is like the ones where it's automatic and you don't have to do anything. I'm not a fan of those because I actually like to play the map, not just sit there and watch it. I mean, it's still impressive that people can make those maps, but I'd much prefer an actual map where you actually do stuff. Unfortunately, you can't search like the only way you can search is by entering the codes. So there's no like, you can't put in like the name of the level, or you can't put in the creator's name. So basically, if you want to follow someone, I guess you would click on them and then say, let's follow them, which is that little thing there. So over here, we just got like, so these are courses that I gave stars to, I guess. I'm pretty much going to give stars to anyone because I think the way the game works is the more stars you get, the more maps you can upload and create. So I think what I do is, unless the map is really terrible, I'll give them a star, just to try and help them out. And obviously, if I really like the map, I'll obviously give it a star. You can also check out like the ID codes at the bottom. You can see it there. Oh, that's right. Speaking of which, so there's the code there if you want to check out my map. I'll show you the other one as well. So there's the code. Free to give it a go. Check it out. See how you can also like download them, because that way you can then like see how they built the level, and you can also then customize it and like change it and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I don't really understand this thing. Oh wait, looks like they fixed it. Before I couldn't really change this stuff. Okay, so it seems you got like weekly, and you can choose like difficulty. Unfortunately, I was hoping you could choose like whether or not it's like Super Mario, or if it's like I was hoping you could choose like which game, like if it was Super Mario World, or if it was Super Mario Bros, or if it was like Mario on the Wii U. But unfortunately, it seems you can't search by that, so that's unfortunate. Anyway, guys, yep, that's the 100 Mario. So you have a couple. So you got normal, which gives you 16 levels instead of 8. I would recommend probably doing normal straight away, because easy's just it's not really worth doing, in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure once you beat normal, it gives you then expert or hard. So I'll probably do that at some stage. So you got like notifications, you got little course bot. The options are very basic. So you like, do you want to receive notifications about your course? You know, do you want to see comments like people have put? So you got more notification stuff. There's just like the basic controls, which apparently you can change. Oh, I see. Maybe like a... I don't know why you would change those controls. Anyway, and you've also got Gamepad 3D audio. I have no idea what that means. I just have it on because it was automatically on. What's this stuff here? Important information. Okay, I'm sure it's very important. Anyway, guys. So then you also got like your little door here, which takes you back to the main menu. You also notice that, yeah, you can also play the main menu. You might notice that this is actually the level that I just made. It's pretty cool. Like the last level that you just made will be in the start menu. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there you go. That's Super Mario Maker. If you like it, you can buy it, or you can just keep watching videos. I'm probably not gonna I probably won't do too many like creating videos, because I'm very slow when it comes to making levels. Because I just go into the real detail. Like I really try to make sure like everything is working properly, and that nothing can be like skipped, or like I try to make sure that people can't cheat the level, and I don't want I also try to make sure the level is not difficult because it's unfair. Like it's difficult level, but if it's unfair, then like for example, you could have an enemy that you can't see, and then it could suddenly like drop on you, which is like not very good. I really like the green Koopas when they have the wings, because I think the whole jumping makes it more difficult. Anyway, guys, this is Super Mario Maker, and it's a pretty interesting game. It's apparently it's surprisingly popular. I must admit, when I first heard about it and saw some stuff, I was a bit skeptical. But after actually getting it and making some levels, it becomes quite addictive. Like when I start making the level, I just can't help, and I can't help but keep doing it until I complete the level. I'm like, I must finish this level, make it as good as I can, or at least. Now, obviously, you're gonna come across bad levels as well. That's just to be expected. But when you really come across some like really good map makers, it's pretty interesting. I kind of wonder, like, is there even a point for Nintendo making another Super Mario Bros. Anymore? Because now that you got Super Mario Maker, it's basically like infinite Super Mario Bros. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought with a like, dislike, comment, or subscription. Feedback is always appreciated. Also, let me know if you'd like to see a series of this, perhaps. Like, if you want to see me play some of your own maps that you've made, or some maps that perhaps you've wanted someone else to play. You could also maybe I might do a create, like maybe after like a couple episodes I could do like a create episode or something. Anyway, those are all just all in the what's the word I'm looking for? They're all like up in the air right now. So any thoughts on if you'd like to see this as a series, then let me know. I think there's a good chance I might do this as a series or something. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm the Downunder Gamer. I'll see you next time.